Good morning. Yesterday was quite a day for this agency, as well as several of our agency partners in our officer-involved shooting incident. And this is to kind of brief you on that incident, but more importantly, to ask your help in getting the word out to our community that this man is armed and dangerous, and we need to find him quickly. We have teams in the area where this occurred, and I want to be clear too, so that because I heard from a lot of social media yesterday on this, that they understand this area is in the southwest portion of Tucson, or basically the Cardinal, Valencia, or just west of that mark area. I think it's 4,500 West Jeffries in that block or that neighborhood. I'll start by giving you a quick rundown. First of all, probably foremost, most importantly anyway, is our deputy, and I don't know if you've been given his information, but you will get that today, is Agustin Gonzalez, badge 1428. He is doing fine. He was released very early this morning from Banner. We want to thank Banner for their care and their treatment of our deputy. He's home resting. He has an injury to his lower calf area, but he's doing just fine. To Mr. Altamirano, you'll see his photo up here on the screens. His date of birth was November 23rd, 1984. He's 39 years of age. Gabriel Angel Altamirano, we are going to find him, and we want him arrested for what we know was nothing more than an ambush of our deputy. He made threats at a domestic violence call yesterday, not just to those individuals at that call, but he made threats that he was going to get in an officer-involved shooting, and he was going to assault our deputies. Well, that did occur, and we know that, and that was not something we're going to tolerate. So we ask your help in locating him. He broke into some homes yesterday. We learned that as well, so the community in that area needs to still be on the alert. Lawrence Elementary, we're working closely with their security teams to make sure that those kids are safe and that that whole area is safe. Fortunately, nobody else was injured or hurt, but he's certainly capable of doing this. He's got a violent history past, and so we want to make sure he's found quickly. Other than that, I'll take whatever questions you have.
What do you, please elaborate on his past. I mean, this is clearly a picture from a couple of years ago, so he's been guessed in jail.
Well, he has. He's been charged. He's got a criminal history of weapons violations, drug possession, ag assaults, and various thefts.
Do you know anything about his history that might suggest where to look for?
We know he has a lot of associates in that neighborhood, family and friends, and so we're hoping that if any of them see him or know of his whereabouts, they call us or call 88 Crime. They're plugged into this as well.
The suspect that you guys currently have, has he gave any insight on where this
I cannot talk to any statements he did or did not make.
And how is that domestic violence victim doing today?
She's fine. We're staying in touch with her and her family and friends. That was I'm sure, pretty terrifying situation for her, and so we're going to make sure she's whatever she needs, we're going to accommodate.
Are you still focusing on the area in which you were searching in yesterday? Or
Yes.
Are you expanding that beyond?
That area, that neighborhood, yes, sir.
Can you elaborate on what you mean by, that this was an ambush and that he had made,
He
talked about, talked about doing an officer-involved shooting?
At the domestic, remember, this domestic violence call came in at 10 a.m. Our deputies handled that call where he had already left, and he returned to the area almost 2 hours later before the shooting occurred. Our deputy was in the area doing some paperwork and recognized the suspect vehicle driving back into the area when he went after him. Once he got behind him, the individual crashed into a citizen who had nothing to do with this, and they took off running on foot. Our deputy chased them. In chasing them, he didn't realize that hiding in the bushes, like the coward this man was, he fired multiple times at our deputy. Our deputy's lucky to be alive.
So this was the man who fired at
Yes.
the
Yes, that's our belief.
Not the suspect who's in custody right now.
The suspect in custody was with him.
Sheriff, you've probably seen the union has suggested short staffing left the deputy in Greater Jefferson.
You know,
Do you wanna comment
yeah,
on that?
you know, I'm not going to get into politics of this. If they really want to comment on that, where were their comments in 2016, 2020, when the staffing levels went down to 30%? 30% we lost. I built that staffing levels up. If you want to know, do we need more staff? Absolutely, we need more staff. But that's a battle for me and the Board of Supervisors and the county administrator. It's nothing else other than that. Playing politics with an officer-involved shooting, I can't even talk to you about how low that is.
Yesterday, the initial community alert sent out by the Sheriff's Department had classified this man
You know, they're giving a description as best they get as they're pursuing this individual, people seeing him briefly. You know, our investigation has learned this is the individual we're looking for.